in the international hit series Neighbors. Now, he readily admits that his dad, Terry, an actor of no small repute himself, has had a big influence on him, professionally and personally. As a matter of fact, they did appear together on occasions in those early days. Tomorrow night, Jason Donovan could be picking up his first gold Logie to go with his new talent award from last year, as he's one of the nominees for the gold on Logie night. Ironically, so is his co-star Kylie Minogue, with whom he has maintained a highly publicized romance. For example, every newspaper in the country carried this photo when Kylie decided to go topless on the beach at Bali. And despite all of Jason's success with Neighbors, we hear that he's expanding his career and moving into other fields as well, perhaps even becoming a recording star. He's a Butte kid. Will you welcome him, please? Here's Jason Donovan. Yeah.
What an introduction.
We can't help it if they like you. How are you?
Great, thanks. Fantastic, actually.
Do you get a little uptight with live things like this as opposed to...
I actually quite enjoy live because we tend to work a lot with scripted sort of stuff. So it's all sort of do this at a particular time, do that at a particular time. So to come on air and do something which is just you, Jason Donovan, as opposed to Scott Robinson or someone, it's great. It's really good. I enjoy it.
Well, it always is a bit different. I suppose it's hard for the public to ascertain the difference between having to sit in front of an audience and knowing that what you're saying now is going across without having them say take two or take three or getting the opportunity to improve.
It's a different. I mean, it's a different aspect. You're not playing your real self when you're acting. I guess it's sort of another person, another dimension. Although it is a bit of yourself.
You like Scott Robinson?
Yeah, I guess he's all right. He's not such a bad guy.
Is he a lot different than you, or are there a lot?
I don't know. It's hard to say, really. When I first came into the show, I just finished school, and in these areas, and he's certainly helped me a lot in where I've wanted to go. I think he's probably my greatest influence.
And what about the Logie win last year? Now, I remember seeing you and Kylie after the show and up there and nerves beforehand and all the business you are accepting here, you know. This is what you're talking about.
I've never seen this back, actually.
Yeah.
This is also for you, Dad. Believe you. Thanks.
A very nice moment, that was.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That was sort of, I haven't seen that back. It's funny.
I was comparing that one. I remember I kept my eyes on his face while you were there. It was quite something to see.
Yeah, it was a very special moment, actually.
We have all experienced it this one time or another, so we're talking like nose to nose here. Your personal life gets spread out a lot, the relationship with you and Kylie. Does it bother you?
It's sort of, it becomes a bit too much, you know. Your own self is what you want to keep it. There's one side of my life which I like to keep totally private, and there's one side of my life which I like to tell the press and the public about. I think in everybody, every person who is known, and every person, including yourself, or including singers, dancers, actors, entertainers, basically, they give so much of their life to the public that it sort of leaves one dimension of your other life sort of that you've got to keep to yourself to keep you sane, basically. I mean, I come home at nights, you know, from work and stuff like that, and it's a relief to get amongst my friends, which are, you know, plumbers and carpenters and you know,
real people,
well, you know, I mean, they're sort of that area that brings me right down, you know, and it's good to have, I think.
Well, what about marriage now? What's your feelings about marriage? I'm not going to ask you if you're getting it. I'm just saying, what's your feelings about marriage?
I don't believe in marriage, actually. I'm sort of not heavily into it as such. I mean, with the characters we've sort of seen, you know, getting married as such on the show at such a young age, I don't necessarily believe it's the right way to go. Then again, I sort of think of it in terms of everybody's an individual. Everybody can decide and do what they want to do. I mean, if someone wants to get married, that's up to them. You know, it's not my decision to say yes or no, nor is it the media to turn around. The fact is, particularly with younger marriages, I think, we're seeing a sort of, I think, a resurgence. I mean, in sort of younger people. Well, marriage is the younger people getting married. I mean, if we look back, when everybody was turning around saying about this Scott Robinson and Charlene, you're getting married, you're so young, you know, these characters are too young. Well, when you think back, you think of your, your grandmother or my grandmother or whatever, they were sort of married at 16, 17, 18. And I think slowly the process sort of revolves.
It's also a bit different then, too. It's also very much family unit and everything.
Sure.
It's hardly there
It's a bit different.
If there's anything you'd like to say to Jason about his career or even what's happening on Neighbours or about himself, whatever you want, we'll be back after this break to take your calls. Almost now. With the enthusiasm. We're talking with Neighbours heartthrob Jason Donovan about his career, his future plans, and just in general about himself. Let's take a call first.
Sure.
Okay? See what we can do here. Here we go. Michael from Alexandria. Hi, Michael.
G'day, Don.
How are you?
Not bad, thanks.
Go ahead. You want to talk to Jason?
Yes.
Go ahead.
At what age did you, Jason?
Michael, how are you?
Not too bad.
That's good.
At what age did you start acting?
I first got into acting when I was 12. Basically, I did an episode of Skyways, which I began at Crawford's.
Football, and afterwards had dinner. That okay, man?
Which you can see on your screen.
You chubby-faced,
I was a bit of a
little devil you are, right?
Yeah.
That looked like a setup because it wasn't. We actually were going to ask you that question later.
Sure.
Ray, in his infinite wisdom, had that lined up. There we go. Sue from Turramurra. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hi.
Hi, go ahead.
Yes, hi, Jason.
Yeah.
I just want to wish you best of luck tomorrow in relation to the Gold Logie.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and best of luck with Neighbours for 88.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a big year, I think.
I hope
It's going to be huge.
Okay.
Huge.
Best of luck in Britain.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks very much, love. So you've got a recording career coming up now.
Yeah, I actually signed a contract with Mushroom Records today, which is really exciting for me.
Where was this? This is you singing...
Yeah, it's actually at the I Say No concerts. It's one of the I Say No anti-drug concerts in Melbourne at the My Music Bowl. And it was Kylie and myself singing No One Is To Blame, I think, by Howard Jones. And it's great.
What's the song you're doing on Mushroom? Is it a single or an album?
No, it hasn't been decided as of yet. We sort of just finalised things today in terms of contract-wise. It looks as though I'll be recording something overseas, which is, I mean, I'm thrilled, you know, I'm ecstatic.
I hope someone asks about overseas. I want to talk to you about England and what's going on there. Okay, Sydney from Parramatta. Hi, Sydney.
Hi,
Hi.
Don.
Go ahead, Jason.
I would like to know what is it like playing opposite Kylie Minogue?
What is it like playing opposite Kylie Minogue?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I guess I get this question asked a lot. I mean, she's no different to any other girl, really. I mean, you know, we're all sort of people. We're all sort of working on the same show. And Kylie's just a friendly type of young girl like everybody else, I guess. You know, it's no different to me. It's hard for people out there because I don't interpret the people that I work with as like, if you'd like to pardon the expression, but stars. You know, it's sort of just a friend, really.
Can I see that photo on the beach again, the Bali photo? Now, I want to discuss something with you here, Jason. It has nothing to do with her. It has to do with you.
Next question.
Hello.
This is something you can get away with on late night television, isn't it?
It's not me asking. My staff has been after me all day. June from Hazelbrook. Hi, June.
I hope they're all girls, by the way.
Yes, they are. June, hi. Hello, June. June, are you busting out all over or what? June, are you there?
June's missed out.
She certainly has. She's gone. Okay, that's all right. It's not to worry.
We're in April, I think. June.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. Dennis from St Ives. Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hi, Dennis.
Jason, I'm just wondering how you find it, your father being an actor. Do you find it more stressful?
No, I think it's an advantage rather than a disadvantage. I don't know, people have sometimes before, I think maybe the only stressful thing you could find about it is that people will label you as not being your own person, as an individual, and living off sort of your father's sort of name as such. But I don't think that's true. I've sort of developed my own sort of areas and my own abilities, and my father's got his. It's an advantage rather than a stressful disadvantage, if you like to call.
Okay, mate. Well, look, thanks very much. I know that just for people who may not know, this fella flew up tonight. They took him by helicopter from airports and raced him over here. And he agreed to do this for us this morning, and I'm really thrilled that you did.
Problem.
We're sending you over to the Siebel Townhouse. They promised me they're going to look after you in first-class style. You'll have yourself a great evening from here, or whatever's left of it, right?
Yeah, no.
Get a little rest, and good luck in the Loogies tomorrow.
Thank you.
From all of us here, and I'm sure from our audience and everybody else at home, too.
I appreciate it.
Thanks very much,
Don.
Jason. A pleasure meeting you.